estate broker with the Pioneer Group, and I'm here today to talk to you about a pre-qualification versus a pre-approval when it comes to mortgage financing. And in order to give you the straight scoop on that, I've asked my good buddy here and friend, Jason Jean, the Mortgage Machine, to come back again. Jay, give us some insight. Welcome, number one. I appreciate you coming in today. That's really having me. Yeah. Tell us, what's the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval when it comes to mortgage financing?
Okay, so there are technical differences. The biggest technical difference between a mortgage pre-qualification and a mortgage pre-approval is that during a mortgage pre-approval, a mortgage underwriter has reviewed and approved the file. Okay, so this is, in the beginning, you submit your W-2s, your pay stubs, your, bank statements, your tax returns, and the mortgage underwriter, the person that is authorized to approve or deny mortgage loans, has actually reviewed the file and said, yes, we like this, or no, we don't. Okay, so that's
so you've applied for a mortgage without a property. I mean, you've actually applied for a mortgage without a property.
There's no property listed on the loan application. Okay. The pre-qualification is reviewed by someone like me. If I think that there's you find yourself in a gray area that is a little bit difficult, or you have a situation that we may have to, kind of work out. We'll have an underwriter take a look at it. It'll be a little bit more informal than a mortgage pre-approval, but a mortgage pre-qualification goes through things like your credit. We do pull your credit. We have to pull your credit.
Got to have your
very credit. Important. Yeah. We do evaluate your income and employment history. We do evaluate your asset and account statements, and we do talk about your payment, what your down payment would look like, and all of those things. So it is very, very intricate and detailed. And some of the questions that we have to ask may seem personal. It's not personal. It's just the way that mortgage lending is done. But it is not something where we just, I've seen like a lot of the online lenders will just have you enter in your income, and then they won't check your credit. They won't go through that employment history to verify that your income is in fact qualifying. They'll give you a pre-approval letter. You'll go out shopping for homes, and then you get your credit pulled by someone who's legitimate later on down the road, and your mortgage transaction falls apart. So you want to make sure that you are getting your credit pulled, and you're speaking to a live person. That's very, very important.
Okay, so kind of recap what Jason, what I believe that you said, so correct me if I'm wrong, is we got a pre-approval, a formal pre-approval, we've got a full mortgage application, basically just missing a property, and an underwriter approved the file just like you were going out and get a mortgage. Mm-hmm. And it sounded like there's almost two categories of pre-qualifications. You got a thorough pre-qualification that a qualified local lender will give you, is they'll pull your credit. They'll probably look at your pay stubs, your income, have some conversation about your job history. And then there are some loan officers or online banking facilities that will just grab some basic information with you and shoot you out a pre-qualification letter that says, congratulations, you're pre-qualified. But in fact, they haven't done any real groundwork to assure that the things that you are telling them, not that you're not telling them the truth, but you might believe your income counts, and when it actually gets to a bank, it doesn't count. You haven't been there long enough, or you're self-employed and you're declaring the wrong number or whatever. So speaking to a local loan officer is by far, a pre-qualification from there is by far. And for all intents and purposes, would you say that most people who are out there shopping for homes today are using pre-qualifications? They may be called pre-approvals. Tell you a quick story. I was telling Jason earlier, I'm working with a buyer. I got a pre-qualification letter from a lender. I give it up to the listing agent. Listing agent's been around a long time, but not all real estate agents get it, but that's okay. They're saying, I need a pre-approval letter. I don't need a pre-qualification letter. I need a pre-approval. I said, well, you got a pre-approval. It's called pre-qual. It's the same thing. She said, no, I need one that says pre-approval. So basically, I went back to the loan officer. They changed the title on the letter, same letters, changed the title from pre-qual to pre-approval, handed it over. We were done. Deal's done. We closed it. Everything was happy. But basically, 90+% I'm going to guess closer to 99. Certainly everything that I do is done with a pre-qualification, unless there's a difficult one, as Jason alluded to earlier, that they go to an underwriter and they actually get some underwriter input on it. So pretty much summarize it.
Yeah. I mean,
Anything else?
The thing is that a pre-approval, very, very few institutions are actually doing this. The problem with a pre-approval letter is that you'll say, I'm looking to buy a home, and their response will be, we'll call you back in 30 days. Most people who want to buy a home kind of want to get started, and they kind of want to know where they're at. So if you're dealing with someone who is, very good at what they do in terms of loan origination, then, it's as good as a pre-approval letter. Because I personally don't take any chances. If I know that you're going to get pre-approved, here's your pre-approval letter, even though it's a mortgage pre-qualification letter. The reason why, I'm relaxed about interchanging pre-approval and pre-qualification is strictly because of the fact that the entire industry, at least in Massachusetts and Connecticut, where we do our work, they're very relaxed. They say, we'll give them a pre-approval letter. And, most agents will look at a pre-qualification letter. They'll see that it's by a local lender, and they'll accept that as fact.
And that's where it comes down to working with a loan officer who kind of knows what they're doing, okay? Jason does, so when I deal with Jason, he tells me somebody's approved. Even though it's a pre-qual, I believe him because he knows what it is. And many of you know, in the past, I was a loan officer. I'm actually very fluent in bank, and so one of my criteria when I work with a lender like Jason is that if he tells me it's going to happen, it best happen. Okay, which Jason knows that, and it does. It always does. So anyway, Jason, I want to thank you for coming again today and give us some more insight about this pre-qual and pre-approval information.
You're welcome. Thanks so much.
Appreciate you coming. So now, for more information about home buying and the mortgage process, please visit our websites below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. This is Don Thompson, real estate broker with the Pioneer Group, wishing you success and have a great day.